Okay, I just clicked the live button, so we're live. Now I have to send it out, so give me one more second. Okay, you should have just gotten, if you want to forward it to spectators or anything like that, or your team's contact should have, but I think you can also click on the top left and get it yourself. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the finals of K-Agon 2. It is between three teams, obviously. Bibliolathas, who is the one seed, so to speak, coming out of the prelims. 2431, or four score in 2,431 years ago, the two seed. And the mutilators of the lithium dropouts, that's the three seed. My name is Michael Carney. I'm running the tournament, writing the questions, and so on, and I'm excited to welcome you here today. I'm coming to you from Cambridge, Massachusetts, and we're going to have the team start by introducing themselves after my dad, Joseph Kearney, does the same.
Wonderful. I am Joseph Kearney, better known as Michael's dad, coming to you from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which once was Tournament Central, but no longer.
We're going to go over first to Bibliolathas. Yeah, say who you are, how you feel about the tournament, or a fun fact, and where you are as well.
Hi, I'm Dante. I have really been enjoying this tournament so far. I'm trying to think of a fun fact at the moment, but not getting anything good. So we're just going to say fun fact. I'm an extremely boring person who doesn't have fun facts prepared. But yeah, I currently a sophomore, rising junior at Harvard, went to BLS before that.
Okay, excellent. We're going to throw it over to 2431 in the order of Nikhil, Noah, Matt, and Ellen.
Hi, I'm Nikhil. The tournament has been a great experience of finding myself as a person over this past week. I am coming to you live from Santa Monica, California.
Hi, I'm Noah. The tournament has been a blast of reliving the glory days, and I'm coming to you from Arlington, Virginia.
Hi, I'm Matt, coming from New Haven, Connecticut. I'm a rising senior at Yale, classics major, and I'm super excited for Dante to get third.
Hi, I'm Alan. This tournament has been a ton of fun. I'm excited to try my first toss-up this round, whether I get it correct or not. And I'm coming from Boston, Massachusetts.
And last but not least, we're going to throw it over to mutilators of the lithium dropouts, starting with Teddy, followed by Danny, Vishy, and Robert in that order.
All right, my name is Teddy. I would enjoy this tournament more if Vishy was not on my team, and I'm coming at this round from Alexandria on the Oxus.
Hello, I'm Danny Nguyen. I'm looking forward to the first ever perfect 20 toss-up round by our great team, and I'm playing from my hometown of Boston.
Everyone, my name is Yashiro. I am currently in Houston, Texas. I like the tournament because I got to see Bob a lot.
I'm Robert Muniz, coming from Tallahassee, Florida. I've really enjoyed pretty much every aspect of the tournament, but I guess I do dislike that I have to see Vishy so much. So yeah.
Okay, excellent. Big fan of Teddy's Moldorama background. Really brings me back to maybe, I don't know, 17 years ago at the zoo. Great times. Okay, we're going to start off with the Aurelia passage. That's going to be our pretty much only intro, and then we're going to go straight into the round. I'm going to say, though, that if there are ties, they're going to remain ties. We're going to crown co-champions if there are any. Okay, here we go. Aurelia, he polis edoke, en Aigupto ein sun te megale oikia kai te hippo. Tres kai decato dii agonas megalus in tu conigetico teatro Alexandreas et teorun. Telos orgis mene hede he hippos oikade erxen anabinusa. Zuste tois agosin kairon, dedoi kuian tin hippon radius anapere eistun engus tu teatrus statmon. Ue. Any questions before we get started? Okay, then I gotta get my screen set up and we'll go. Okay. With that done, we're going to go on to toss up one for all players on all teams. Here we go. What region where only hugging a king's knees allows a creep? Dante? Answer?
Phthia.
That's incorrect. Nikhil?
Egypt.
Egypt is correct. Allows a Cretan refugee to be spared in the Odyssey. Is the source of powerful pharmaca from Polydamna and the home of the seal-herding god that Menelaus captured to find a way home. Egypt. Here's your first bonus 2431. What husband of Polydamna was the warden of the mouth of the Nile River, according to Herodotus's histories?
I don't like the last bit. It should just be Thon, right? I don't like that last little.
I would just not think about it.
Okay, Thon final.
Yes, that's correct. And your second bonus, in Odysseus' made-up story, he was afterwards taken to Phoenicia and driven by a storm to Thesprotia, where what king hosted him?
I predicted this too. Phaidon.
Okay.
Phaidon final.
That's correct. That's the full 20 points on toss-up 1 for 2431. Herodotus' histories is the only place he's called the warden of the Nile, so I needed to specify, but he's Polydamna's husband in both sources. That's the full 20 points for Nikhil and 2431 on toss-up 1. We'll move on to toss-up 2. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Toss-up 2. What Greek word had its definition augmented to add platokunos after Diogenes appeared at Plato's Academy? Dante?
Anthropos.
Anthropos is correct. I think I stumbled over the pronunciation, but that's correct. With a plucked chicken to prove that Plato's definition of a two-legged, featherless animal was incomplete. Anthropos. Here's your first bonus. Fill in the blank in Aristotle's aphorism, O ho anthropos phuse blank zoon. You may give a Greek or English answer.
Can you paste? For English, rational final answer.
No, sorry, we need political or politikon. Here's your second bonus. In what dialogue by Plato, in which Socrates and the titled mathematician debate three notions of justice, does Socrates report Protagoras' aphorism, panton crematon metron estin anthropos?
Can you paste?
Mm-hmm.
Title mathematician. All right, we're going to say Plato is a dialogue called Euclid. Final answer.
And this is Plato's Theaetetus.
Okay.
So that's 10 points on toss-up 2 for Dante and bibliolathas. We'll move on to toss-up 3. Here's toss-up 3. After placing Asphagus on his work, what author repeatedly praises the aristocratic agatoi? Dante?
Theognis.
Theognis is correct, and denigrates the impoverished kakoi throughout a 1,400-line elegiac collection whose legitimately attributed poems apostrophize his eromenos, Quirinus. Here's your first bonus, Dante. Simonides, another elegist from the era of Theognis, was supposedly born on Samos but helped colonize what island?
Amorgos. Final answer.
That's correct in your second bonus. What other elegist's first and most important fragment begins, for now the floor is clean, in the hands of all, and the cups, describing the preparations for a feast?
Can you paste that? Where's Ellen? We are going to say, with very little basis, Mimnermos, final answer.
This is Xenophanes of Colophon. So that's 15 points for bibliolathas on toss-up 3. We'll move on to toss-up 4. Here's toss-up 4. What noblewoman, captured when soldiers used tent pegs and flaxen lines in a night climb of the Sogdian rock, had a... Teddy?
Roxanne.
Roxanne is correct. Had a son who co-ruled with Aridaeus in Macedon after the death of her husband, Alexander the Great. Here's your first bonus mold. Roxana and her son, Alexander IV, quickly lost power and were interned by Cassander at what city? Founded as an Athenian colony by Hagnon 30 years after a failed colonization expedition to Enea Hodoi.
This is Amphipolis, I think. Amphipolis final.
That's correct. And your second bonus? According to Arrian, when he was asking for the surrender of the Sogdian rock, Alexander was told by its defenders that he would need what sort of men if he wanted to capture the fortress? A description's fine.
Can you paste? Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
Wait, would need what sort of men? If what does that mean?
I don't know.
Tall men.
Okay.
They can reach over the top.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. A sixth man final.
We're looking for men with wings, according to Arrian, or broadly defined, men who could fly. So that's 15 points for mold on toss-up 4. We'll move on to toss-up 5, after which we'll have a score check. The subject of John de War Deniston's most famous scholarly work, and divided into groupings like inferential, what class of words is essentially replicated by pitch and stress? Dante?
Replicated. Interrogatives.
Answers. That's incorrect. Matt?
Particles.
Particles is correct. By pitch and stress in English, but can have translations like on the one hand, on the other hand. Here's your first bonus, 2431. What Greek particle's varied uses include effectively meaning when if it occurs in expressions that denote a coincidence of time?
When? Probably Haas. Yeah, Haas final.
No, this is Chi. And your second bonus? What Greek asseverative particle is commonly used in oaths alongside the accusative of the deity addressed?
Nay. Please paste. Yeah, like it's like ne tondia, like by Zeus. I guess go with that.
Sure.
Okay. Ne final.
Spell that, please.
Or new Ada.
That's not what I have, but I'm going to check it here quickly. I've got ma. But that looks fine. It's certainly equivalent, or at least fits the clues. So we're going to give it to you for 15 points on toss-up 5 for 2431. Can we have our score after 5, please?
Yes, a great beginning, 2431 with 35 points, bibliolathas with 25, and mold with 15.
Yeah, great game so far. Okay, we're going to move on to toss-up 6. Here's toss-up 6. Called the divine daughters of Eteocles by Theocritus. Dante?
The Graces.
The Graces is correct. The daughters of Helios and Aigle by Antimachus, and the daughters of Zeus and Eurynome by Hesiod. What group of goddesses usually included Euphrosyne and Talia? Here's your first bonus, bibliolathas. This Eteocles was an early ruler of what wealthy Boeotian city, which was also ruled by Clymenus and his son Erginus?
Or Commonus, final answer.
That's correct in your second bonus. In what specific form are the Graces worshipped at Orchomenus according to Pausanias?
A meteorite, final answer.
Yeah, that's correct. So that's the full 20 points for bibliolathas on toss-up 6. We'll move on to toss-up 7. Here we go. What island, home to a fresco of miniature ships in procession that Spiridon Marinatos, Dante?
Thera.
Thera is correct. Excavated within its city of Akrotiri, may have inspired the myth of Atlantis when a cataclysmic volcanic eruption destroyed it in the late Bronze Age. Here's your first bonus. A fresco from Akrotiri shows young girls harvesting what crop and delivering it to a goddess who is flanked by a blue monkey and a griffin.
You paste.
Mhm.
All right. What's a nice crop? Wheat, final answer.
This is saffron, or the crocus flower. And your second bonus? Thera was found in the Cyclades, where 2 islands flourished commercially during the middle of the 3rd century BC. Name either. One is known for an enigmatic figure of a woman who appears nearly triangular, while another is known for a figure of a male harp player.
Can you paste?
Mhm.
Some of the names of some of the Cyclades. So we're gonna have to just guess one. Astipalaia, final answer.
And we're looking for Suros or Syros for the first one and Keros for the second one. So that's 10 points for bibliolathas on toss-up 7. We'll move on to toss-up 8. Here's toss-up 8. 1 second. Okay. What type of object called une or Dante?
Bed.
A bed is correct, or lekos by Homer, is the place where one would heudo or kemai if one was hupnonikomenos. Here's your first bonus. It's a bed. What is the meaning of the Homeric noun alokos?
Can you paste?
Mhm.
Like a bachelor, an unmarried man, final answer.
I don't believe so. I'll check. I have wife, someone who shares a bed. Here's your
Cool.
second bonus in the meantime. What verb, related etymologically to kemai, means to lull to sleep?
Can you paste?
Hmm?
I have nothing. Pass.
We're looking for koimao. So it can mean unmarried, but not in the sense of a bachelor. It has to refer to a woman. So that's 10 points for bibliolathas on toss-up 10. We'll move on, not toss-up 10, pardon me, toss-up 8. We'll move on to toss-up 9. Here we go. What male name is shared between the protagonist of a work purporting to explain a painting on Lesbos, Dante?
What's the guy's name?
Answer?
Time. Okay.
I'll repeat for the remaining teams. What male name is shared between the protagonist of a work purporting to explain a painting on Lesbos that the novelist Longus contrived and the Nikhil?
I've screwed myself over. Daphnis?
Daphnis is correct. And the inspiration for Bion's Lament for Adonis, which imitated a lament by Theocritus. Here's your first bonus, 2431. From what Anatolian city did Bion hail? Just like a late epic poet with the name Quintus who wrote the Post-Homerica.
Oh, Smyrna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why was I thinking Boris? Whatever. Smyrna final.
That's correct. And your second bonus? Longus's Daphnis and Chloe is one of the 5 canonical Greek romantic novels. Name 2 of the other 4 novels and identify their authors.
Okay. Aethiopica by Heliodorus should be one. Is who's the Alexander romance by?
do not remember. There's a Hero and Leander by someone too.
I don't know. I just remember. Ooh. What is out? Who did write the Alexander Roman? Is that a known author?
You need an answer, please.
Okay, you try to think. I'll just say this: like the Aethiopica by Heliodorus, and the Alexander Romance by
Aristobulus.
sure.
No, I'm sorry. You're correct on that one. I think the Alexander Romance is more medieval. The others are Kyraeus and Callirrhoa by Charaton, Habracomes and Anthea, or the Ephesianca by Xenophon of Ephesus, and Theagenes and Chariclea, Aethiopica by Heliodorus, and Leucippa and Cleitophon by Achilles Tatius. So halfway there, but not quite. So that's 15
not Achilles.
Sorry.
I was weeping at Achilles Tatius because I read him in like the OCD last year and kept talking.
Indeed. That's maybe the most notable one. So that's 15 points for 24-31 on 9. We're going to move on to toss up 10, after which we have a score check. Here's toss up 10. Note to players, there will be an extra clue after the sentence is read twice. Using the perfect of kataomai, say in the best Attic Greek, are you worthy of the freedom which you possess? Dante?
How do you say worthy? How am I forgetting how to say worthy?
Please begin your answer.
Ara a tes eleutherias hen cacte psi. No, that's not gonna be right. And I also still do not know how to say worthy, so pass.
Okay, that's incorrect. I'll repeat. Note to players, there will be an extra clue after the sentence is read twice. Using the perfect of kataomai, say in the best Attic Greek, are you worthy of the freedom which you possess? That's, are you worthy of the freedom which you possess? In sentences like this one, the relative pronoun is usually attracted into its antecedent's case. Matt?
Ara e hikanos tes eleuteria heis eleuterias kektesai.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Okay. Ara hikanos e heis eleuterias kektesai.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining team. Note the players. There will be an extra clue after the sentence is read twice. Using the perfect of kataomai, say in the best Attic Greek, are you worthy of the freedom which you possess? That's, are you worthy of the freedom which you possess? In sentences like this one, the relative pronoun is usually attracted into its antecedent's case, rather than remaining in the accusative. I'll repeat. Note to players, there will be an extra clue after the sentence is read twice. Using the perfect of kataomai, say in the best Attic Greek, are you worthy of the freedom which you possess? That's, are you worthy of the freedom which you possess? In sentences like this one, the relative pronoun is usually attracted into its antecedent's case, rather than remaining in the accusative. I've read the question several times. If there's no buzzes, I'm going to call time. Okay. I agree it works attraction-wise. I don't know if hikanos can mean worthy. That's what we're checking here.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I have axios, which is the more
How
common.
did I forget that?
Dude, same. What?
Oh my god.
So give me a second here, okay?
Yeah, that was what Bob was stuck on.
I don't think Hikanos can be worthy. I don't see it. You can make an argument for it, but it just does not look equivalent. Sufficient, competent, but
Yeah, you can make an argument for it.
I mean, you can make an argument for it and tell me why you think it's right. I don't think it can mean that.
I think you could vaguely associate those ideas with the idea of worthiness.
Yeah, but I don't like it, so I'm not going to accept it.
Okay.
So that's no points, though very close on toss-up 10 for any team. Get a score at the half, please.
Yes. So at the half, 24-31 has 50. Bibliolathas has 65 and Mold has 15.
Okay. I think Nikhil's talking here, so I'm going to give it a second. Okay. Moving on then to toss-up 11, second half, anyone's game. What man, attested by the disc of Iphitus at Olympia, supposedly added Obi to Phula? Danny?
Heracles.
That's incorrect. Dante? Answer?
No idea.
Time. I'll repeat for the remaining team. What man, attested by the disc of Iphitus at Olympia, supposedly added Obi to Phulae and mandated an occasional Apella after receiving the Great Retra, which is sometimes considered to be Sparta's constitution? Alan?
Lycurgus.
Lycurgus is correct. Here's your first bonus, 24-31. The Great Retra was treated as the source of Sparta's dual kingship, which was the focus of competition between what two dynastic lines?
Oh my God. For what are they
The
named?
Agiads and Eurypontids.
You're cracked. Yeah.
The Agiads and Eurypontids final.
That's correct. And your second bonus? The harsh discipline imposed by Lycurgus is reenacted every year when youths would try to steal what foodstuff from Artemis or Thea's altar, which was defended by a group of older boys with whips.
I knew the Artemis or Thea. I don't know the food, bro.
What would be a good food? Wheat.
What is
No.
food stuff? What food stuff? Can you paste?
What would boys like eat? Like, I doubt it's like wine.
Like fruit or something?
Maybe.
Food stuff?
Is it like
Is it a specific? Yeah, that's what I'm confused about. Is like,
let's go with fruit.
You could do like cakes or something. That could be interesting.
oh,
Yes.
maybe. Okay, my dad's talking to the
Feels
cat.
bad.
Sorry.
Cakes final.
And we're looking for cheese. So 15 points on toss-up 11 for 24-31. We'll move on to toss-up 12. Here's toss-up 12. What man found a great-grandson of Orestes named Agorian? Dante?
Oxylus.
Oxylus is correct. To share the kingdom he had just won via Pericmes, finalizing the rule of Elis that he initially gained for being an oracle's prophesied three-eyed man. Here's your first bonus. What type of soldier was Pericmes, who defeated the Elean champion Degmenes in single combat?
Which one is that? Oh, sling thrower, final answer.
Is that an acceptable English word? I'll think about it. A slinger. And your second bonus, when Oxylus died, what son of his succeeded him?
I feel like it's clear enough what I meant with that. But anyway, I also don't remember the son of Oxylus, so I'm just going to pass on that.
That's Laios. I mean, I'll think about it, but I'm not going to award it. I don't think a sling throw is an acceptable English word, unfortunately. So let me give it let me consider it for 1 second. So you don't throw sling ultimately. Yeah, I'm not going to accept it. So I'm going to use the acceptable English word, I think. So that is 10 points on toss-up 12 for bibliolathas, or in this case, word forgetter. And we'll move on to toss-up 12, 13. Yeah, go ahead, Vishy. You got something? Oh, no, you're just holding it. Here's toss-up 13. What meaning is shared by the adjective at the ultimate root of austere? Matt?
Dry.
Dry is correct. The adjective at the root of skeleton and the adjective at the root of xerox, which comes from xeros. Here's your first bonus. What English word was a derivative of xeros through a word meaning the philosopher's stone in Arabic?
Can you paste?
Yeah, please paste.
What is the Arabic philosopher's stone word?
What are other words for the philosopher's stone?
You can always just say like algebra or something.
Xeros is dry, right?
Yeah.
From algebra from Xeros?
I don't think that's what it is, but
I need an answer, please.
Just go for it. It's fine.
algebra.
Yeah, Dante can try to steal.
Is it alchemy?
No, it's elixir.
Hmm.
Oh.
And your second bonus. What is the meaning of the Greek noun at the root of enzyme?
Like leaven, like something which causes bread to rise. That final.
That's correct. So that's 15 points for 24-31 on toss-up 13. We'll move on to toss-up 14. Here we go. What regions, I'm going to start over. What region is described in a lost ethnography by the ambassador Megasthenes and in a 48-book, Nikhil?
India?
India is correct. Book epic that was written in the 5th century AD by Nonnus and describes an expedition by Dionysus to the east. Here's your first bonus. For what reason did Nonnus choose precisely 48 books, the length for his epic poem? The description's fine.
Is it because it's twice the length of a Homeric epic? I don't know what else it would be.
I think Nikhil froze.
Nikhil might be gone.
Okay.
Could you
I
please
think we
paste?
have to wait till it gets back. Yes. Are you back, Nikhil? Okay. I'm going to paste. Your time is not expired. Here we go.
I think it might be because it's like twice the length of a Homeric epic.
Or probably like combining it, right? It's like as
Yeah.
long as
The
both
same
works.
length as both Homer, yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
Because it's the same length as Homer's two epics combined.
That's correct. And your second bonus?
Nice.
What author wrote an Indica before Megasthenes did, though he is better known for the 23-book history Persica?
Oh, who is the? I'm trying to remember the page because like the names are all like line. Oh my god, what is this dumb name? It's not like Lossus, right? No, it's definitely not Lossus of like Hermione or whatever. He's the only name I can think of though, but that's not
Need an
right.
answer, please?
Lossus final.
This is Ctesias of Conius.
Oh,
So that's
not like
15 points on toss-up 4 for 24-31. Give me 1 second before we move on to toss-up. Okay, moving on to toss-up 15. Okay, my mic's back on. Here's toss-up 15. What rhetorical device is found in the sentences ale pnoisen e batuscafe kone map?
Synecdoche.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat. What rhetorical device is found in the sentences ale pnoisen e batuscafe kone krupson nin and edusi te piona mela oinan texaiton, since both have a verb yoking together. Dante?
Zeugma.
Zeugma is correct. I really apologize. Together, two different objects. Zeugma. Here's your first bonus. What form of brachylogy is found in Sappho's lines? Patros de domon lepoisa, crucian eltes, arm hupas duxaisa, where crucian blends the two clauses together by effectively modifying both domon and arm.
I've heard this term before, but I don't know what it is. Let's just say NLAG, final answer.
No, this is apokoinu. In your second bonus, what form of brachylogy, in which two expressions or clauses are condensed into one, can be found in the sentence eis to balenon boulomai, meaning I want to go to the bath?
Ellipsis, final answer.
No, this is praegnans constructio. So that's 10 points on 15 for bibliolathas. And going into the last 5 questions, what's our score, please?
2431 with 95, bibliolathas with 85, and mold with 15.
And can we have the researchers look into the Hikanos worthy thing?
The researchers have looked into it.
Okay.
Okay,
look once again into sling throwers.
The researchers have looked into that as well. The firm of Kearney and Kearney have decided. We're going to move on to the last 5 with toss-up 16. Dinocrates of Rhodes undertook what general task at the site of Rhacotis, where he followed Teddy, or no, pardon me, Nikhil.
Like laying out the foundations of a city?
Yeah, I'll take that. Where he followed the principles of a Milesian named Hippodamus, but was temporarily stymied when birds ate the flower that his workers had set out. Yeah, urban planning, foundations of a city, town planning, something like that. Here's your first bonus. Hippodamus may have helped redesign Rhodes, but he was best known for his planning of what 2 Athenian cities?
So Piraeus and Thurii. Piraeus and Thurii. I was in the cards. Teddy and I talked about this. I didn't want to say that, bro. Piraeus and Thurii final?
Yes, that's correct. In your second bonus. What Athenian seer, a friend of Pericles, led the colonization of Thurii?
This is Lampon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's also my background. I think it's Lampon. Okay, Lampon final.
That's correct. That's the full 20 points for 24-31 on 16. Yes, it's a repeat, but deliberately so, because it makes it a last clue. No, deliberate. And we'll move on to toss-up 17. Here we go. What type of object would fall from Coroebus's hands where Nikhil?
A tripod?
The tripod is correct. Wherever he should build a city according to the Pythia, a reversal from when an enraged Heracles snatched one from Xenoclea as she sat in it at Delphi. Great buzz. Here's your first bonus. In another story, a disguised version of what god interrupts the sacrifice of a Delphic tripod to himself, provides the sacrificants with what they need, grabs the tripod, and walks away.
Oh, this is Triton, right?
If you say so.
That sounds like right, because he just leaves. Triton final?
That's correct. In your second bonus. Coroebus founded the city of Tripodiscus, where his tripod fell. Tripodiscus was in the vicinity of what city, whose rule was occupied by an exiled Athenian, Pandion, after the banishment of its king Pylos?
That's Megara then, right?
Man, who is Coroebus?
Dude fights monster, does things. Yeah, and this is one of the things he does. That's kind of. Yeah.
All right.
He's in
Megara.
Okay, Megara final.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for 24-31 on toss-up 17. There is a Koroibus in the Aeneid, but this is from Pausanias. And March. So with 3 to go, we're going to move on to toss-up 18. Here's toss-up 18. What Greek letter ends adverbs meaning pell-mell? Dante?
Iota.
That's incorrect. Matt?
New.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining team. What Greek letter ends adverbs meaning pell-mell and with the fist that are relics of the nominative case, as well as an adverb that is joined with legomenon to mean a thing said only once? I'll repeat. What Greek letter ends adverbs meaning pell-mell and with the fist that are relics of the nominative case, as well as an adverb that is joined with legomenon? Robert?
Greek sigma.
That's incorrect. We're looking for xi. So that's respectively, or I actually forget what pell-mell is, but it's poops and it's hotbox. It's in Smythe. I can show you later, but I don't have it here. And we're going to move on then to toss-up 19. Since it came third in the Dionysia to works by Cratinus and Amipsias, Noah?
Lysistrata.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat. Since it came third in the Dionysia to works by Cratinus and Amipsias, what play about Strepsiades was revived? Dante?
The Clouds.
The Clouds is correct before publication, though both versions described a contest between just and unjust reason at a school run by a caricatured Socrates. Sorry, Nikhil dropped in the middle and then notification flashed up. Here's your first bonus. The chorus in Clouds praises Aristophanes for lampooning what politician who competes with a sausage seller in Knights. In that play, Demosthenes declares that he needed a Laconian cake at Pylos, but this politician snatched it up and himself served the cake that he had needed.
Beyond final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus? What is the name of Socrates' corrupt school of rhetoric in Aristophanes' Clouds?
The Frontisterion final answer.
That's correct. The Thinkery. So that's 20 points on toss-up 19 for bibliolathas. Can we have our score check with 1 to go, please?
Yes, 24-31 with 135, bibliolathas with 105, and mold with 15.
Okay, here we go with toss-up 20, unless there's things people have to say. You take that as no and move on to 20. Here's toss-up 20. What man's desire to trample underfoot? Teddy?
Ephialtes.
Ephialtes is correct. The pride of Sparta almost convinced Athens to withhold aid for a siege of Mount Ithome, though the expedition's failure allowed him to ostracize Cimon and begin reducing the Areopagus' powers. That's Ephialtes' great buzz. Ephialtes' conflict with his great rival, Cimon, came to a head when Cimon returned from what important island, leading to an impeachment where Cimon was accused of being bribed by Alexander of Macedon not to invade his territory.
Could you paste?
Mhm.
I think this is Thasos. Yeah. Thasos final.
That's correct. In your second bonus, Aristotle claimed that Ephialtes' assassination was completed by a man from what city, near which a Spartan victory allowed them to cut down the fruit trees along the Isthmus of Corinth on their journey home.
What? Could you paste?
Yep. Oh, sorry. It's going to paste bonus 1 again, so give me a second.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. This is quite the question.
You want to guess Schola Grandis in color?
No, I think I got it. Palo Alto, California final.
Yeah, close, very close. It's sister city Tanagra. So that's 15 points on toss-up 20 for Mold. Can we have a final score, please?
Yes, the final score is 24-31 with 135, bibliolathas with 105, and mold with 30.
Congratulations to all three teams. A really great game. I think everyone played their part, certainly. The champions, of course, are Fourscore in 2,431 years ago. And I've really enjoyed hosting the tournament. I hope you had fun playing. Look out maybe for more in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Welcome.